We are live.
Hey.
Hey, welcome, Kindred Spirit. I know I didn't put the word out for this live stream. I am working on it, trying to get all of the uh, my ducks in a row, but actually they're kind of like squirrels and they're at a rave. I am here with one of my longtime Kindred Spirit friends, Margot. Yay!
Hi.
Welcome, Margot.
Hello, everyone.
And of course, you all know Imogene. If you're new here, my name is Diane. I am a storyteller and I am learning how to do live streams.
You're one step ahead of me.
Yeah, so I don't, this actually, it's June 2nd. And from here on out, I'm going to be having a live stream every single month, once a month, the first Sunday of every month at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And then the rest of the month, I'm going to have a call on a weekly basis with my members of the Cultivate Life community. And the join button is right down there if you'd care to share and be there. So, welcome, Margot.
Well, this is a surprise. Good morning, everyone. If she said like a half an hour ago, "Hey, Margot, you want to be on live camera?" I'd be like, "What? No. Let me think about it for a while. Let me overthink it." And then I'd be like, "No, I've got things to do." But Diane's way.
Well, you do have big things to do. What are you doing?
I am going to sing in Ocean City. It's my weekend thing. I am a musician, and it's one of the things that smooths me out. I have a full-time job, which is a wonderful job. I work in land conservation, um, and that's my gig. I walk to work right down that street there every day and love it. And then on the weekends, uh, uh, I am out there singing and singing my heart out. My controlled screaming, I call it. It's therapy of
No,
a kind.
it is not that. It is amazing. Uh,
But it's yeah. So today I'm headed to Ocean City for that.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. And yet, look how calm she is. We gotta go play music in front of a bunch of people. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm calling up the live thing to see. Okay, how am I gonna do this? I gotta get closer to see the comments. Spirit Junkie, hi. This is Margot. And Dana,
Hello.
good morning. Good morning,
Good morning,
Dana.
Dana. Good morning, Dana and Spirit Junkie.
Yes, I don't have an agenda. Is there anything that you've been thinking of today? Any question that you want? Um, I appreciate that you're here trying to figure this out with me. So now we just wait. We wait for people to think of things and all. That's kind of I think the challenging part of getting around is because I think it's going to be like you and I talking, but
Right.
really it's just, but it's me talking to people who are listening.
An
to me.
invitation.
It's an invitation. It's an invitation to just be here. Imogene is all wound up. As soon as we drove into this town, she started going crazy. All this,
Interesting.
but more thing. She remembered being here. In fact, when I drove, when I drove past her house at first, she was just going absolutely crazy. Took her down to the park. She was just like
I
this at the
know his face,
windows.
I know his face.
She jumped out and
He
the
smells.
biggest smile on her face.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Follow your heart. Yes, Spirit Junkie. That is. I follow my heart. That is a practice. That's a practice. She's saying, Spirit Junkie saying hello to you, Margot.
Hello, Spirit Junkie. Yes, I agree. Follow your heart. I was just talking to Diane this morning about that. Diane has a way of um, coming into my world and leaving. When she does, it invites me to open up to a part of myself that doesn't get that chance, and I should give it that chance more often. Well, the shoulds, there we go. But
No shooting on yourself.
yes, but
I only interrupt that 3 times and then I don't say it anymore because I don't want to be too. Uh, uh, well, I don't want to. Basically, I don't want to always be listening for things that people are doing wrong.
right.
I want to listen to like the expansion.
I've never known anyone like Diane, and I've known Diane a long time, and always feel connected immediately to her when I'm with her. And I'm sitting on a live camera this morning, unshowered, covered in cat and dog fur, saying hello because Diane. Because Diane.
Oh, I brushed my teeth, but not my hair.
Well, you're a step ahead of me.
So I thank you, Margot, for acknowledging that. I don't want to let that go. I want to really feel that because, yeah, I appreciate those words. I really do. And the reason why I keep coming back is I always feel so much better after I've been with you. So. Can't stop smiling. Can't say.
I heard you knock at my door last night. I'm like, oh, I can't see you. And I think of myself as someone who's open, who's creative, who is, in tune with things that not everyone in my life seems to be on that same wavelength. But when I get with Diane, it's just like I recognize that part of myself more fully, and it's like a light turns on, and a part of me wakes up that I tend to quiet because it doesn't fit in with everything I'm doing in my life. And it's not that my life has opportunities for those things to be open and turned on, but I catch myself getting it done, and I'm just beginning to make space for letting all that kind of rest for a while and expanding that inner universe and expressing. And I think we just get so caught up in productivity.
Oh, that's a biggie. Productivity.
And what is productivity? Is it getting the things done on your list, taking care of other people's things, making sure that the bills are paid, the house is clean, the groceries, blah, blah, blah. But the productivity of the spirit, what about that? And does there have to be productivity? I've just kind of accepted
That's
this
a great question.
Yeah. Why are we measuring our success as a human being based on accomplishing, getting to the place instead of being there? I think we are especially in this country, we're just so focused on what have you done? What have you finished? What have you taken care of? What can you show as a bullet point list of all the things that.
Yeah, because
this is my worth.
What comes up for you right at first when you say when you think that of what if you decided not to do? What if you decided not to have a productive day?
Mhm.
What have you ever tried that?
Right.
Like makes you totally try to define what productivity actually
Right.
is.
Right.
Is it a feeling or is it something physical that we can see?
Mhm.
What do you think, everybody?
Well, got some
Let's
words
look
here.
at some stuff here. I agree, Margot. Diane has that energy. Oh, well, Dana's gonna find out because I'm gonna go visit her.
Lucky you.
Later on. Let's see. Our Spirit Chunky says our passions and connections matter. I think we all shine brightly and are attractive when we're on purpose. Absolutely.
When we're what?
That's
on
true.
Purpose?
When we're on purpose, we are beautiful. Because we glow. Like even with not brushed hair. But I want to remind you, I did brush my
Coffee
teeth.
breath, by the way.
Oh, let me see.
Mwah, mwah.
Weird camera angle. Yes. Thank you for that. I'm working on
On
it.
purpose.
There's not, I don't have a lot of, this is actually what live stream is different from my stories, is that there's a big crutch with the editing. And I am trying to learn how to do this without that crutch. So, yeah, if you were present here when I was trying to get it even to this point, um, yeah, there was some effort, and this is what I could do in the time to set up for you. So let's see. Good morning, lovely ladies. Hi, Iris. This is Iris, 3 generations. She has a little dog named Little One, and this little one is just, she wants to play. It's that thing of, we're talking, so she's got to,
Like a child.
yep, like a child. 8 years old. 8 years old. Yes. So,
Can I share something with you?
yes, yeah. What?
The whole time we've been talking this morning, I've
Uh-huh.
been thinking about this.
Oh my God! I did not even notice that there.
Surprise! Okay.
Oh my gosh!
So, I
We
don't,
gotta put this up close.
okay. Let me, I'll give you a story, but it has sound.
Ooh. So, tell me the story.
Okay. I'm a big fan of an artist, Sean Colvin, a musician, artist, songwriter. And for years, her music has been a part of my consciousness and life and experience. And I feel very connected to her. So, anyway, I've sung her songs in my 30 years of doing music.
Mm-hmm.
And they have become a part of me and my experience. And as I've gotten older, and I started singing her songs in my 20s, and over these few decades, 3 decades, I've sung her songs again and from a different place of who I am and my experience. And so it's kind of interwoven into me. And this was sort of, I got a pre-issue of an album. I think it was her 20th anniversary of Steady On, which was one of her big ones that I first started listening to back then in the 90s. And it was a special offer where you could get like her like sheet music that was her handwriting.
Oh,
Like,
is that what's in there?
Yeah, so it was like you got these sheets of like copies of her sheet music, and then you got pics of hers and all this stuff, and I had it in a folder sitting on a counter doing nothing. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? I feel terrible. It's just sitting there, and I should do something with it. And then the opportunity became available to do one of these boxes, and it was Deborah Ollig. She had one of those workshops, so I went to her workshop, and I just brought a bunch of stuff, including the sheet music, and these strings. Or my son had played. He changed his strings, and I kept stuff like that. I keep everything, of course, and stuff it. And we're like, I can use that one day for a craft. Is it a shoulder pad? I'm gonna use it one day. So this is my representation of the song Steady On. So the song Steady On.
You go.
As you were.
Keep going. Sorry.
So in the lyrics it says, China gets broken and will never be the same. So this is some china I found that I was using for mosaics, and that popped in there. There's another song that she does where she talks about, mother, take care of me, sew me together with needle and thread. So this image. This may be something that
It
was
is.
yours.
I recognize some of my findings on there.
And that's an old sewing machine.
Yeah.
This is a camera, which was
That's also mine.
and it was Polaroids. The song Polaroids. needle and thread, you know, and then a lot of this stuff, this was a music box that came with that little like, hey, get the 20th anniversary edition, you get this too.
Oh.
And I put it on top here because it reverberates better with an open-ended box bottom there. And these are all things that I've collected in my life that had times of meaning for me. But I am not a visual artist. I've never done anything like this, but it was so meaningful for me to do this. And it sits in my house. But and I, you know, I took a picture of it. I did a video. I sent it to her. Haven't heard anything back
You
yet.
did?
Yeah, I was like, I need to share this with
Oh
you.
my gosh, I'm so
Um,
sorry.
Oh no, that's okay.
When was it? Because
No, not with you.
Oh.
Sean Colvin.
Oh. Look, see, it's all about me.
But yeah, Steady On has been through, you know, marriage, divorce, loss, you know. So steady on, steady on,
Steady on.
steady on. And that's what that song was, Steady On.
Thank you so much.
I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
Of course, throughout the process, I was like, "Oh, that's so terrible! Blah blah blah! You don't put that there." Oh, and then I'll just keep it. Some of this old brass stuff is from I went to an estate sale of a very old house, and these were like bits of like fireplace decor and stuff, and I was like, I can use that someday.
Oh my God.
There it is.
Yeah.
So you just never know what you're collecting.
That's right.
But
Well,
thank you for letting me share that.
Thank you for thinking of bringing it down. Boy, all I said was, "Hey, do you want to be on this live stream with me?" And you just jumped into,
Well,
right into it. She's a natural.
Actually, the conversation we were having before this, I kept thinking about that.
Oh,
Because we talked about that whole process of creativity and having
Yes.
bravery to
yeah.
think that what you have to say
Yeah.
is what people might want to hear it or see it,
Yeah,
that it's worth something, it has value, and you know, to quiet that voice of doubt and those voices that are always kind of popping up and discouraging, and having the bravery to go, thank you, go over here for a while I do this.
We're just going to do something different today. That's all. Just for 15 minutes. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So, thank you so much for that. Maybe this is, well, I just don't know how this is going, you know?
Mhm.
My lovely community, what's on your mind? The music is in form, how lovely. Yes, this human being is amazing. And at another time, you know, I don't know whether to like launch into how, how she tells about this long distance thing, admiration for Sean Colvin. And I kind of have my own story that's kind of like that, but I never did that. I was like, I think that's a really wonderful thing to have a friend, an inspiration, somebody that's leading you forward. Take all these little pieces, a touchstone is what I call it. But the story that you tell about just really, the first time that I met you, you were singing at this little dive bar in downtown Ocean City. Actually, you weren't singing; you were in the audience, and Daryl Davis was playing the piano.
Mhm.
And he said, I have this new friend, Margot, and she's gonna get up. And you got up, and I mean, it was like changed my world. And because I had little kids and stuff like that, I wasn't, and I didn't have the opportunity to like go and see you play a lot and stuff like that. But every time that I saw your band playing the Love Pigs, I would, oh yeah, that's Margot. So I fast forward a bunch of years, and I was working for a dance studio, and I had to do the press releases, and Margot worked for an art council, and then I moved to Snow Hill. I mean, I didn't know Margot. I just sent these press releases and not even thinking about it. Then I moved to Snow Hill, to this place we're at right this moment. And Margot was coming down the sidewalk. I was with my husband. Margot was going kind of down the sidewalk. Of course, she knew Mike because he was a musician. They start talking, and Mike said, "Oh, Margot, I want to introduce you to my wife, Diane." And she went, "Diane Armstrong?"
I forgot all about that.
And I was like, "You know me?" And the connection was my name on the press releases. But so many years had gone by, so I didn't have to be unabashed or shy about how much that I um, love your work and love you now that I've gotten to know you better. So, but yeah. And then we got to live in the same town together for 14 years.
Yeah. Yep.
For 14
got
years.
to make music with
And
Mike.
got to make music with Mike. That's right.
Very special
That's it.
time.
Yeah, it was. It was a vortex of insanity, is what we called this
I
place.
was just up there. Oh my goodness. So many years.
It's like a garden. Okay, Spirit Junkie, I'm going to put you up there. Let's see. It's like a garden. You tend to your energy and focus can assist the plants to fully express themselves. Transformation, expression, changing over time. Yeah, that's life. That's what we all. That is what the allowing. If we can allow that. Thank you, Spirit Junkie. Transformation is a big word for me right now. Oh, I'm sorry. Bring. Right? Transformation?
I think I think the thing that keeps coming, the recurring theme today in my soul is allowing, opening a channel and allowing, and not discouraging it. It's amazing the voices that come in and go, oh no, shut it down, and the strength to push them back. And
Okay, are these inner voices?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they can be pesky.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can be pesky, but
it's bravery. It's courage to knock them down and make them go away for a while. It's
by going like
bravery.
this, here, come over here, honey. Come over here, thought. Let's just sit here for a minute. It's all good. I know you're just worried. Let's just let this thing go on, and then we're going to do this because it's really in the highest good for both of us.
Yes.
That's what I talk to myself in, is that it's okay. No. And sometimes I can be really direct. And you did you said something the other day when we were texting together. We had like a little miscommunication about I don't even know what, but you went, "You silly goose," and I love the "you silly goose." That's going to be something that I say in my head because I smiled when you said, but then you immediately apologized. I'm so sorry. I wasn't being mean. I'm not being mean. I was laughing.
Oh, the language of text. The subtext of text.
The subtext of text, yes.
That we never hear or see. Or misunderstand or misconstrue.
Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Robin. Robin is from about 150 miles west of here. She did live here for a while. But I'm not sure that, you probably, yeah, I don't know. Robin, did you know Margot? Did you know of Margot? Welcome. Thank you, Spirit Junkie, for welcoming everyone here.
Oh, they get the full view of the paint job needed on my roof.
No extra charge.
And the power washing needed. See, this is what gets into my head. It's like, be creative. Power wash. Be creative. Scrape the paint. Be creative.
Well, not today. Today, plenty of time. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. And I had this game that I used to play about kind of like that. Is that when it got to be too loud, and I have two columns. One, things that I absolutely, positively am going to do. Some of them maybe I want to do, but some that I don't. But I absolutely, and the rest I'm going to. Basically what I said, I'm going to leave it to life. And then I would take the piece of paper and I would tear it like that, and the list where I was going to leave it to the universe or life, I would put it in a little box and close it up. And it's amazing how the things in the box got done without me actively, or with only me actively going over the things on the list that I absolutely positively wanted to do. If it was something I didn't want to do, it's like, well, we only have to do it for 15 minutes. Eventually gets done. The things in the box, I could tell you some stories about that. That they just, and I hesitate to use the words magic, but it is magic how things happen. There was something that I wanted to, I was working on a project. And there was a certain part of it that I couldn't do, and that I really didn't want to do anymore, that I really wanted somebody else to do. And I'm trying to desperately think of oh, it's a program. It was a program for a dance recital.
Mm.
Okay. And it's a lot of work.
Mm.
And I really didn't want to do it that year. But it was coming up to the point where I really needed to start working on it. So that was what I put on the let life do it. Do the dance program, right? Put it up, put it in my little box. And the very next day when I went to work, one of the dance teachers came up to me and said, "Hey, Diane, I'm really excited about the recital this year, but I have something I want to ask you, and I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything like that. But would you mind if I like took over doing the dance recital program?" And I was like, "Girl, you just made my wishes come true." And that's just like one direct that happened like right the next day. But all of them, even if I forget about them, going back like a month, 30 days, or a month, or 6 months, or even losing it and then finding it later, looking at the list and how many of those things actually came to fruition.
Mm.
But it wasn't that I actually got, like, taking this for example, I didn't have to get the ladder out and the tools and the this and the that. I just kind of like said, I just trusted, and it just did it. And it was, it blows my mind to the point that I'm always trying to want more,
Mm.
of that. So, how can I open myself up even more to that kind of thing? And let's see. Would you like to, can I,
Well,
give
see-
you a little space to talk?
Well, the funny thing is, I was sitting here yesterday, enjoying the porch in the morning, having my coffee, the quiet, and looking up. And this roof, this house is old, but this was painted by my ex-husband, Angel. He decided to paint blue for sky.
Uh-huh.
And I remember people coming to visit and saying, "That's so cool." And I thought I agreed. I thought it was a beautiful thing. And I see it peeling, and it had such a symbolic moment for me yesterday. I'm like, this needs to change. And then you go through then your brain goes a whole other universe of,
Yeah.
change, history,
Change.
yeah. And looking at, I've never been in our marriage. I was the person that did the inside stuff, and he did all the outside stuff. He grilled, he gardened, he painted, and now I'm kind of embodying both
Uh-huh.
and trying to decide which gets my time. And I spent probably a couple of years cursing everything and everyone for that. I'm pissed about this. Why is this happening to me? And I was like, all right. So last summer I started pulling weeds, and I'm like, I hate this. That's why I never did this. I love being outside, but I don't want to do the work. But now I'm sitting outside looking at all the things. I'm like, okay, I need to take care of that. I need to clip that. I'm like, just like right now, do you smell the magnolia?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who wants to pull weeds and clip things? I just want
right.
to smell it and sit here. So it's an exercise of calming that mind and like, okay, I'm just gonna accept where I am, what it is right here.
All right. So you know
As
what?
it
I
is.
got something just came up to me.
Okay,
I'm just gonna, we'll do a little experiment and then we'll report back to you.
Okay.
All right.
You guys good with this? Okay.
Put the painting of this make a list of, this is the things that absolutely positively I'm going to do within the next 90 days. And this is the side of the list of the things that I'm just going to let life see what happens, because this is not going to fall apart, make your house fall down within 90 days.
Right.
So it gives you plenty of space for something, and then you just live your life. You want to try it?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So stay tuned. We'll have a.
I got my homework, marching orders. I can deal with that. A little structure.
Yeah, and I'll have to report to you because I don't know, I'll be back at the end of the summer, and that's
Okay.
Yeah, so it won't be quite 90 days, but you might have had a couple of things happen yet.
Okay.
So we'll do another live.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right.
Oh crap! Now I got. Now I really got to do it.
Well, no, you do not have to do it.
Okay.
You did not have to do it. You did not have to do
We
it.
can talk about all the time I spent smelling magnolia. Can we talk
Yeah,
about that?
yeah, we can talk about that. But Robin is talking here, and it says, "Love seeing you, Margot. I was thinking your roof needs paint. Diane was always painting. Love you, ladies. Have a wonderful day in Snow Hill." Yes. I know, it's
Come
distracting.
on over, bring a can, bring some scrapers. Let's have a party. I'll sing to you while you do it.
That's right. That's right.
That's my gift.
Right. That is a true gift. That's a true gift. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so now that I get close here, okay, so it's 10:26, and out of respect for all of our time here, I am going to do the little guided visualization that will lead us off into our days. And please like, subscribe, and again, I will be here next week at 10 a.m. on Sunday, but only for my members. And I'm hoping that we can figure out an activity that makes this a very not productive use of our time, but an expansive use of our time. Excited? I am too. All right, so everybody, let's take a. Do you have time to sit here
I
for
do,
a meditation?
absolutely.
Are you okay? Look
Absolutely.
at this, all in perfect timing. She's got to get ready to go for a gig. Okay, so everybody, just take a comfortable seat and just start connecting with your breath. And all of the cars going by and any distractions, just let them. Just set them down at the curb. Kind of maybe even imagine them of being like ocean waves. And there's nowhere else to go and nothing else to do right this perfect present moment. I just invite you to be with whatever is going on and know that you know how to take care of yourself. And we're always here with you, too. So isn't it marvelous that your lungs breathe and your heart beats without us even thinking about it? And so I invite you to call your mind back from wherever it is, bringing your attention fully into your body. And if you should notice yourself thinking of anything else as I'm speaking, it's no worries at all. Just take a breath. Let that thought evaporate into a white, fluffy cloud and drift off. Nothing important is ever forgotten. And now I invite you to call your spirit back from wherever it is, bringing with it cosmic wisdom and unconditional love for you. And feel it enter that point of animation within you and immediately begin to expand into physical form. The stardust, knowing who to join up with. That drop of water that knows that it's connected to the ocean. Everything knowing exactly where it fits for the highest good. Feel it making your bones and your nervous system, your heart, your lungs, and your magnificent mind. Feel this animating force circulating, nourishing, and nurturing you, fully filling you. And feel this animating force pushing up against the edges of the boundary of your body and then easily slipping through, surrounding you with a golden bubble of light. Mind, body, and spirit aligned in this perfect present moment. The only place where infinite possibilities reside. See you soon.